It's Monday, July 24th, 2017. This is the CBS Morning News. Human trafficking tragedy in Texas. 9 people die after being inside a sweltering tractor trailer packed with people. And repeal and replace Obamacare. President Trump makes another health care push. But Mr. Trump's request could be overshadowed by the Russia investigation. Today, Jared Kushner will be questioned by the Senate Intelligence Committee. Good morning from the Studio 57 newsroom at CBS News headquarters in New York. I'm Hena Daniels in for Anne-Marie Green. Survivors of an apparent immigrant smuggling attempt say more than 100 people had been stuffed into the back of a sweltering tractor trailer found in Texas. San Antonio police found more than 3 dozen people inside. 9 are dead, 17 are being treated for life-threatening injuries. The truck driver is expected to be charged this morning. Danielle Nottingham has more.
A San Antonio community gathered Sunday. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News.
In Washington, healthcare and relations with Russia dominate headlines this morning. The House is expected to vote this week on a bill imposing new sanctions against Russia. The White House says President Trump will sign it, and as the Senate prepares to vote on some sort of health care measure, President Trump issued a veiled threat to fellow Republicans. Mola Lenghi is in Washington with all the details. Good morning, Mola.
Well, good morning, Hena. The president's frustrations with the lack of progress. Russia investigation. Hena?
Mola Lenghi in Washington. Thank you. Today, Jared Kushner, Mr. Trump's son-in-law and a key advisor, testifies before the Senate Intelligence Committee. Kushner is expected to face extensive questions about contacts between Russia and the Trump campaign. The session will be held behind closed doors. Kushner did not initially disclose any meetings with Russians on forms he filed to get a government security clearance. He has revised those forms several times. Israel says it will not remove the metal detectors it has installed outside a major Jerusalem mosque. The metal detectors were installed after 2 Israeli police officers were shot dead 2 weeks ago. The security measures triggered some of the bloodiest violence between Israelis and Palestinians in years. The violence has spread to the West Bank, where 3 Israelis and 4 Palestinians were killed over the weekend. Today, the UN Security Council takes up the issue. Recovery efforts are underway in northern Kentucky after severe weekend flooding. A state of emergency has been declared in Mason County near the Ohio border. The high water was even too much for a bus. More than a dozen people had to be rescued from cars and mobile homes early Sunday morning.
You've seen there's evidence of, more cars piled up like Lincoln logs, like toys. And as you can see here, I mean, this is epic for us. We've never had anything like this.
The fast-moving water washed away home foundations and knocked out power. Out west, the trouble is drought-fueled wildfire. New fires broke out over the weekend. Maria Villarreal has our report.
Firefighters pulled water lines into back of how devastating these fires can be. Mireya Villarreal, CBS News, Mariposa, California.
In Kentucky, a Christian fundamentalist group is trying to close the state's only abortion clinic. EMW Women's Surgical Center is located in downtown Louisville. If it closes, Kentucky would become the first state in the country without an abortion provider. The protesters plan to picket the clinic and doctors' homes. Last week, a federal judge ordered that a buffer zone be established around the clinic. There's a new police chief in Minneapolis. Medario Arredondo, a 28-year veteran, was named chief a week after a police officer shot and killed an Australian woman who had called 911. Danae Harteau resigned under pressure Friday night. The mayor said she has lost faith in Harteau. Officer Mohammed Noor, who shot Justine Damon when she approached his patrol car, is still refusing to speak with state investigators. Coming up on the morning news, a new Princess Diana documentary. Her sons speak candidly about losing their mother on the 20th anniversary of her death. And amazing race swimmer Michael Phelps goes head-to-head with a great white. This is the CBS Morning News. A computer-generated great white outswims Michael Phelps in a made-for-TV match race. But odds makers might say he beat the spread. The Olympic champ swam 100 meters in 38.1 seconds, but was 2 seconds slower than the shark. Phelps says he did it so he and the public could learn more about the species. There are new revelations about Princess Diana in an upcoming documentary, and an American student in China is freed. Those are some of the headlines on the morning newsstand. The Missoulian reports that a University of Montana student was freed today after being held for a week in central China. Guthrie McLean was accused of injuring a taxi driver during a dispute over a fare. McLean said the cabbie was roughing up his mother, who teaches in China. U.S. lawmakers intervened, and McLean was not charged. The Sacramento Bee reports that a California college student survived a deadly virus that kills more than a third of those infected. Spencer Fry was hospitalized for nearly 2 weeks after contracting hantavirus at the park where he worked. His parents found out he was sick while visiting him.
It's horrible to anybody that watches their child suffer like that and you can't help them. It tears you up.
Fry's father says a cleanup by park workers may have erased evidence of the rodents that carry the virus. Britain's Guardian says Princess Diana's sons regret their rushed final phone call with their mother. The Duke of Cambridge and Prince Harry recalled the shock of her death in a documentary airing tonight in Britain. Next month will mark 20 years since Diana's death in a Paris car crash. USA Today has a photo of John McCain posted by his daughter after he was diagnosed with brain cancer. Meghan McCain tweeted that she took a hike with him over the weekend in Arizona. It was revealed last week that the 80-year-old senator has a brain tumor. And the Boston Globe reports that Old Ironsides is back in the water. The USS Constitution was refloated in Boston Harbor last night after more than 2 years of restoration work. It's the world's oldest commissioned warship afloat, dating back to the late 1700s. Coming up, a victory that was in the cards. We'll meet the rookie who won more than $8 million in the World Series of Poker. Here's a look at today's forecast in some cities around the country.
It is the deuce! The river comes home!
Scott Bloomstein of New Jersey is dealt the two he needed to take home $8.1 million. He won the Texas Hold'em event early yesterday during the World Series of Poker in Las Vegas. Bloomstein was a first-time entrant, but says he sharpened his game online. On the CBS Money Watch, oil prices are on the table and a possible new emissions scandal. Roxana Saberi is at the New York Stock Exchange with that and much more. Good morning, Roxana.
Good morning, Hena. Oil prices are holding steady so far this morning. Girls Trip debuted in second place, followed by Spider-Man Homecoming. Hena?
76% men. That doesn't shock me for the Dunkirk movie.
Right. I still want to see it, though.
I do, too. It's getting great reviews. Roxana, thank you so much. Roxana's live at the New York Stock Exchange. Thank you. Still ahead, tears of joy. A little boy's overcome with emotion as his stepmom reads her vows. Here's a look at today's forecast in some cities around the country. Alligators usually turn up only as shoes among the stylish visitors to Miami's glitzy South Beach. But yesterday, a 6-footer turned up near a jetty. No one was hurt as the gator was captured and taken to a more fitting home. Golf fans are starting to believe Jordan Spieth will become one of the game's all-time greats.
who is an Open champion at Royal Birkdale.
The 23-year-old Texan staged a remarkable rally yesterday to win the British Open. He beat Matt Kuchar by 3 shots for his 3rd major championship. Spieth says he was inspired by his caddy, Michael Greller.
His belief, when I know him so well, just fed over a bit, and all I needed was just a little bit of self-belief.
A win next month in the PGA Championship would give Spieth a rare sweep of this season's majors. Chris Froome, it seems, will always have Paris. The British cyclist zoomed into the city yesterday and won his 4th Tour de France title. He credited his Team Sky mates for helping in the grueling 3-week race that covers more than 2,100 miles. The son of a Marine from Pennsylvania knows it's okay to cry at weddings, even though he's only 4.
To try your hardest and to be a good person. Don't cry, baby.
The boy calmed down when comforted by his new stepmom. The couple are based in New Jersey, but were married Saturday in Erie. Both are still on active duty, so the honeymoon will have to wait. Coming up on CBS This Morning, we'll take you underground in Los Angeles, where a subway project has unearthed a treasure trove of fossils. I'm Hena Daniels. This is the CBS Morning News. Our top stories this morning: at least 9 people who were crammed into a sweltering tractor trailer died. The trailer, apparently used for human trafficking, was found outside a Walmart in San Antonio, Texas. More than 3 dozen others were in the trailer, suffering from extreme dehydration and heat stroke. 17 have life-threatening injuries. The truck driver is expected to be charged today. And the White House says President Trump will sign a bill imposing new sanctions against Russia. The House could take up the legislation this week. Today, Mr. Trump will speak about health care. In a tweet yesterday, he warned Republicans of repercussions if they don't pass a health care bill. In medical news, a girl in Arkansas is making a remarkable recovery after suffering major brain damage last year. Dawn Champion has her story.
With every step, nothing short of a miracle.
Good girl.
Dawn Champion, CBS News, Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Coming up on CBS This Morning, an update on the investigation into the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson as O.J. Simpson gets ready to leave prison. Plus, in our morning round, a look at how diet can fight the symptoms of multiple sclerosis. And
I'm 4 stories down in the middle of Los Angeles, where a massive subway project has unearthed a treasure trove of fossils. Everything from a mammoth skull to a mastodon tooth. We're going to give you a peek into the past. Coming up on CBS This Morning.
That's the CBS Morning News for this Monday. Thanks for watching. I'm Hena Daniels. Have a great day.